A sweet joy. Come, children, let's listen to a story. The story of a sweet joy. I am a mango, and because of my beauty and sweet, juicy taste, the world calls me the king of fruits. Everyone loves to eat me, but I particularly enjoy it when little children eat me with great delight. When their delicate teeth touch me, it tickles, and my pit slips out of their hands. When they smear me all over their hands and faces and become little mangoes themselves, their parents find it so endearing. They quickly take pictures, and thus I become a sweet memory in their album forever. I am a mango. When I first appeared on the tree, there were many rains and storms, but I clung firmly to the tree. Sometimes I hid among the leaves, and sometimes the leaves would cradle me. Time passed, and I grew bigger day by day. Then the intense heat of summer arrived, and the mangoes around me started to ripen. Since I had sprouted a bit late, it still wasn't my time to ripen. One day, the gardener came and picked me along with the other ripe mangoes. I shouted that I wasn't ready yet, but the gardener didn't listen and placed me at the bottom of the crate with the ripe mangoes, sending me off to the fruit market. There, a fruit vendor bought our sealed crate. When he opened it at his shop and saw me, he made a grim face and pushed me aside. Customers kept coming and taking the delicious ripe yellow mangoes. Whoever glanced at me wrinkled their nose and pushed me aside. The whole day passed. Neither did I want to be sold, nor did anyone want to buy me. Then, a gentleman called out from his car, "Hey, fruit seller, give me 2 kilos of sweet mangoes." The fruit seller discreetly slipped me into the bag as well. I screamed again that I wasn't fully ripe yet, but the fruit seller didn't listen and tied the bag, giving it to the customer. The smart customer checked the mangoes, including me, and said, "Replace these." I was put back into the crate, but was relieved that I didn't spoil anyone's taste. Before closing the shop at night, the fruit seller wrapped me and a few other mangoes like me in newspaper and placed us in a crate, which he stored in a warm enclosed space. I, who had grown up in the fresh air, felt suffocated. The intense heat and humidity made our lives miserable. But soon I realized that this way, I was ripening faster and my juice was quickly turning sweet. So I endured it patiently. 2 days later, when the fruit seller opened the crate, he saw me first. I had turned into a sweet, luscious yellow mango. He smiled and displayed me prominently. I was thrilled. Early in the morning, the first customer picked me up with his own hands and put me in his bag along with other mangoes, taking me to his home. I and the other mangoes swayed happily in the bag. As soon as we reached home, we were handed to the mother. She washed and cleaned us, placing us in a basket and putting us in the cool refrigerator. Children, it was such a delight after the intense heat and humidity to be chilled to the core by the fridge. Soon, the fridge door opened, and a child peeked inside and exclaimed with joy. He picked me up and said, "Mom, can I eat this mango?" Mom said it would be more fun to eat together. "Go call your dad and siblings," she said. The child put me back and ran off shouting, "Dad, come! Let's eat the delicious, juicy mangoes." Hearing his call, all the children came running, and they sat together. Their dad joined, and Mom took us out and placed us in front of them. We mangoes were very happy that the moment we were made for had finally arrived. Everyone would eat us with joy. Since I was the smallest mango, the youngest child picked me. And that's exactly what I wanted. He began sucking on me, enjoying my soft pulp. My juice made him giggle, and in his lisping voice he said, "My mango is the best." My pit kept slipping from his hands. Finally, he smeared me all over his hands and face, licking around his lips. The whole family laughed, and Mom quickly took a picture of him with me. And thus, I became a sweet joy forever. That moment was the most beautiful for me, for which I thanked God greatly.